Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to go over example 5 from 2.3 and 2.4 on our notes on the product and quotient rule. So in this example, it says let f be a differentiable function and let y be x to the fourth times f of x. And we're asked to find y prime and y double prime. So first, let's consider computing the first derivative. So we want to compute y prime. So we want to compute, in other words, the derivative with respect to x of x to the fourth times f of x. So here we have a product, so we need to use product rule. So the product rule tells us we'll take the derivative of that first function. So derivative with respect to x of x to the fourth times the second function, f of x, plus the first function, x to the fourth, times the derivative of the second function. So now let's see if we can compute further any of these subderivatives. So we see the derivative with respect to x of x to the fourth. We can do that because it's just a power rule. So that is 4x cubed. So this just then becomes 4x cubed times f of x plus x to the fourth f prime. And I've just rewritten this df dx a little simpler as f prime. Okay, so now we've computed all the derivatives that we can. We don't know what f is. We just want to know a formula for the derivative of y. And so here is as detailed of a formula as we can get. So the derivative of y is 4x cubed times f plus x to the fourth times f prime. Now there are different ways that we could simplify this. For example, we could pull out a x cubed from each. So if you are interested, what would that look like? So that would look like x cubed. Let's get a little smaller here. That would look like x cubed times 4f plus x times 4 prime of x. But kind of preference depending on what looks more simpler. All right, so now let's go ahead and compute that second derivative. So now we want y double prime. So what we need to do is compute the derivative with respect to x of our first derivative. So derivative with respect to x of 4x cubed times f of x plus x to the fourth times f prime of x. So now sort of overall, we have a sum here. So we need to first compute the derivative of each term. So this is going to be equal to the derivative of 4x cubed times f of x dx plus the derivative with respect to x of x to the fourth times f prime of x. So now we just need to take each term. So notice the first term, we have a product. So we need to use the product rule. Let's change up colors here. So here, using product rule, we write this as derivative of the first function, 4x cubed over dx, times that second function, plus the first function times the derivative of the second function. So now we can clean this up a little further. So the derivative of 4x cubed, well, using the power rule, that just becomes 4 times 3, which is 12, x, and then 1 is removed from the exponent. So 3 minus 1 is 2 times f. Then we have plus 4x cubed remains, and then derivative of f, or is just f prime. Okay, not too bad. So that's that first term here. I'll use a little color to help separate things. So that was this first derivative, comes this. So now we just need to compute that second part. So here we see again that we have a product, so we need to use the product rule. So that becomes derivative of x to the fourth with respect to x times the second term or the second function. So that's just f prime of x plus the first function, x to the fourth, times the derivative of our second function. So that's the derivative of the derivative. So now we can compute these further. So the derivative of x to the fourth is just 4x cubed using that power rule times f prime plus x to the fourth times the derivative of f prime is just f double prime. So now we have that second term. So now all we need to do is add these together. So then we can say, we'll add another page here to give ourselves a little bit more room. So therefore, y double prime is equal to this first term, 12x squared f of x plus 4x cubed f prime. So just keeping our color coding here. And we're going to add that to this second part, 4x cubed times f prime plus x to the fourth times f double prime. All right, so we can ask if we can combine any like terms. So one thing we notice is that we have a common x cubed term, and this x cubed term also has an f prime. So we can actually combine these two terms. And just for a little bit of detail here, we have 4x cubed f prime plus 4x cubed f prime. So we can factor out these x cubes from each term. So we just get 4 plus 4 times x cubed f prime. 4 plus 4 is just 8. So that simplifies rather nicely. So this just becomes 12x squared f plus 8x cubed f prime plus x to the fourth f double prime. So now we have this nice formula for the second derivative of our original function. We're going to make that a little thicker. There we go. Awesome. So again, some of these problems do get a little messy as we start to unravel or unwrap the onion of derivative. But it's important, again, to just focus on the smaller derivatives or smaller parts at each time. All right. Great work, everyone.